We are live on Facebook Live. We are the Podguyz podcast, bringing it to you every Monday as we do, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we're joined by a third square this week. He makes a return debut, coming in at 186 pounds, 14 ounces, heading from Pennsylvania, Eric Magula.
The best part again, man. The best part about that is now I'm assuming Tony went to Eric's house and weighed him.
He did.
I did.
No, he did.
He just knocks on his door. He's got the scale there.
Yep.
Right. Ready to roll.
I'm like, here, step on this. And I'm out.
I didn't ask any questions. I just let him right in.
We needed it for introductions.
Eric, where are you from in Pennsylvania?
Hazleton, unfortunately. Now I'm in Lancaster. So
I'm sorry on both ends.
Yeah.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord.
Whoa, you got to say it like a true Amish person, Kevin.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Lancaster.
thought. That's what I thought. It was going to
Lancaster.
be like all Amish, and it's completely the opposite.
No, Lancaster is full of people that just got out of either Lancaster prison or got kicked out of Harrisburg.
100% right. 100%.
And then there's the Cleveland. I couldn't make it in Cleveland bunch, the big city of Cleveland. That's their welfare dump out spot is Lancaster. Lawmakers are going to lawmake.
It's
But Tony, fucking crazy shit in the news going on, man.
Oh, I
Holy
love it all.
Lord.
I love it all.
We were
We got a
supposed to
full
have
week this week.
we were supposed to have a guest on today. Didn't come to fruition. Sometimes it doesn't. We got Eric here subbing in for Sparky. Did you see Sparky was hanging out with a person that took a selfie with him and posted it on Facebook?
I know. How dare they have internet out there?
Out there at camp, I don't know. It just feels a little weird there. But
It is what it is, man. He's having a good time. He's cooking
Yeah.
for some kids. He's doing his good deeds for the summer.
shout
Listen,
out to Sparky. So
by the way, little business right before we actually get into everything.
yeah.
The Win a Date with Sparky competition. Yes, that's right. The Win a Date with Sparky competition is still going. Ladies, please get your information out to us as soon as possible. You can
Yes.
reach us at the podguyzpodcast@gmail.com, or you can personally send it to myself that you are interested, and we're going to make this happen for Sparky.
I think we should just put Sparky's picture on Tinder and swipe right for everybody, right? Yeah. And
That's
then
pretty solid.
see how fast he goes to jail for prostitution.
That's fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right? That is pretty fucked up.
checking our bases there, And then when he gets out of jail, we'll have him draw an animated picture of what it was like in the cell.
What's wrong with you?
There's something terribly wrong right now. But no, Tony, we'll start off from the bottom and we'll go from the top right here. One of your favorite artists of all
Rock and
time. Tony is a big fan of this beautiful, vivacious woman right here, Lizzo. This is your favorite. You posted it, so I'm assuming this is your favorite Lizzo. Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas from 6 workers' vaginas during Amsterdam trip. Bombshell lawsuit. What the hell? Okay. All right. Now,
What the hell is right?
listen, fruit is very good for people. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
But there's no reason to be a pussy about it.
Yeah, there's no
No.
reason to be any type of vagina about the whole situation.
How did you?
But are they eating banana butt?
They're not doing the banana butt, or anything of that such.
Is
But
the
how do you
banana boat
force-
butt?
Like, this is the people wanted to demonize Louis C.K. for whacking off in front of women while the door was like open to leave. But you're forcing a banana in somebody's mouth, and the banana's located, like, oh, where do you keep your bananas? I got them on top of the fridge. Oh, I put mine inside of the fridge. Oh, mine's inside of the cupboard. How about you, Lizzo? Oh, we have them inside of prostitutes' vaginas, and if you don't eat it, you're fired. Fuck.
I wonder if she's still hiring for that position. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it, right?
Would you not? What now? Now.
Eric, are you a dancer? Is that what you're saying? You're gonna be one of the.
I could be a dancer, right?
He's been known to cut a rug every once in a while.
Yeah, but he looks like he does cut rugs and installs them into people's houses like a carpet installer.
No, I do.
And then,
he would cut the rug and then he would make them into zombie dolls.
God, people in their mouths, Tony. Like, Jesus Lord. Insanity. It's terrible. That's not the thing.
There's a whole thing behind here, right? And the whole story goes.
Wait a second. So you're telling me there's more to the story than just somebody forcibly telling somebody else that's employed for them to eat bananas out of vaginas?
Oh God, there's so much more.
Oh my God.
So much more is going to unravel off of this whole story. And the fact that somebody came forward, and it wasn't just somebody, it was multiple people who came forward.
Oh.
I'm thinking three.
Okay.
And Lizzo put out her own phrasage as far as what's going on in the whole situation. So she says, these last few days have been gut-wrenching. Maybe she.
Well, now for those of you that don't know what Lizzo looks like, she's got a gut to wrench.
Maybe even a few. Now we're not fat shaming anyone. We're not going to fat shame anybody.
She used that phrase, Tony.
I know
she used that phrase.
She is a large and in charge woman.
She is accurately measuring it with a wrench to the gut, and that's a big wrench you're going to need.
She is very happy where she's at.
Monkey wrench.
Wait, why? Because she is a large and in charge woman. Bless her, many of hearts.
You know what I think? And this is just another thing too. People think that it's impossible that an overweight Black woman can have their employees do something terrible. And that seems to be the getaway on this one.
No, it was the bigger thing was that she's all about awareness. She's all about fat shaming. She's all about living in your body the way that you intended. Now, in this whole in this phrasage that she put out on the internet, right?
Watch we'll find out that she's just in a sumo suit this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phony. Fake.
Now, I'm going to read this out, but tell me what's missing from the phrase that she puts out, okay?
Why don't you just
So these last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I chose not to respond to false allegations. But these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories, not even fake allegations.
Yeah.
These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people and the media have portrayed me out to be the last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself.
Well, Tony, here's you being very expressive with the promoting, not a sponsor. You are you're promoting, you are promoting from not our sponsor, but for our viewing audience, we have here the glizzo. It is a banana between a hot dog bun. It's brought to you by Burger King. Knowing that it's Burger King makes you feel like they did it right, I guess. Have it your way. And Lizzo tells her dancers that is not the right way to eat a banana between a hot dog bun. You're supposed to eat a banana from somebody else's vagina in Amsterdam, or I will leave you there without a paycheck. Yeah. So what's missing from her whole entire statement? Is the statement over, or you're continuing?
Oh yeah, she has. There's nothing more I take seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis, and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time.
Well, that's, you know what? Although that was put in so many nice phrasings and all that nice stuff, one person did not give a fuck. Beyonce. Beyonce leaves Lizzo's name out of Break My Soul remix after lawsuit. Surprise, surprise. Wow.
The queen has distanced herself from Lizzo.
Yeah, Beyonce, she took herself out of the whole context, because who wants to be involved with somebody who's allegedly forcing their dancers to eat bananas from others' vaginas? And it's a lot of these people they're just projecting their own terrible selves onto others when they're throwing it out there to say, you shouldn't be fat shaming me. You shouldn't be fat shaming me. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. They're all up on their stump until the stump starts to crack from the weight of their feet onward, and their whole shit falls apart. These people are maniacal the way that they go about themselves. You know the type. We've seen it before in Hollywood. We've the dad from Seventh Heaven telling people not to curse while he jerks off to child porn in private.
Yeah.
But don't curse. Ooh, that man doesn't like cursing. He must be a good person. Lizzo says, don't bully. Yeah, she didn't bully them. She just said, you're fired if you don't eat bananas out of a vagina. And this might just be the tip of the iceberg.
It is the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, there's definitely some more shit.
There's some more coming out
like,
about
that's fucking weird.
She was fat shaming the dancers.
Yeah.
While they were on tour, saying that if those of you who gain weight get pink slips.
She's like 600 pounds. She's literally built like a school bus, and I'm not fat shaming anybody. I'm just saying she's built like a school bus.
Hold on now. I know school buses, and she is built like a much smaller school bus. She's not very long, Eric,
The short buses.
Like if Lizzo died and you wanted to make a bus out of her, right? You could, but it wouldn't be a big one. It wouldn't be the longer one. It'd be like the shorter bus. So she would be giving back to the community.
I like how she also didn't say like, I'm not trying to play victim, but I kind of feel like at the end of that, she was
she is playing victim.
She was playing victim. Like it's really weird, man. I don't know.
I'm not trying to play victim, but if I were, it would sound like this.
Like this. Did you notice that nowhere in that conversation did she say that these things never happened?
Yeah. That's I was going to mention that next. Yeah, she never said it. Never mentioned it.
I can't believe she used the words gut wrenching. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. Questioned, I say. Oh my God! What a couple of words put together. I was going to say another word, but I'm just going to leave that up.
What a piece of shit of a person, man. That's all I'm going to say. Like that's
usually I choose not to respond in paragraphs and shit.
No, that was sent out by a PR team. And
a publicist definitely wrote that. Somebody wrote
she
that
definitely went to. She took the John Morant apology right there, and I just and said, "Hey, ChatGPT."
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, GPT, make a
Make an apology letter for me. We do have one comment from Ethan down in the comment squad right there. They have her legal team must have loved this so much. I'm wondering what good work has she done. I've never heard one song from her. That does not mean that she's not talented at all. It's just not. I'm not really up on new music.
Yeah.
That's mainstream pop. I'm just not. I'm not going to pretend like I am. I'm just really not. I get what she's trying to do, and I understand why these record companies are trying to pick up not only a black demographic, but fans that used to be fans of Adele, but Adele lost some weight. So where do the fat chicks go to buy CDs and stuff now, or buy music from her, or get a listen to? So they're trying that double demographic idea, in my opinion. And she's throwing out that bullshit with the whole, oh, I'm anti this, I'm anti-bullying, I'm I'm confident. I'm about being a confident woman, you know.
Yeah.
And they say, you know, that you're trying to fat shame her if you're saying, hey, well, you look like you're sweating a lot there, you can barely walk, you know. And she's like, you're fat shaming, you know. You're hurting my soul. You're a bad person, you know. And if people want to cry and make their fame off of others just pointing out their flaws, well, that's not it's more or less like a shortcut. Like blaming others for all your goddamn.
Right? Do you know her song where she plays the flute?
No, I have no recall.
Right. So she has a song where she plays the flute, and it's supposed to be like a special flute. It's clear, or it's got like a crystal or something.
Mhm.
Crystal flute. Yeah. Okay. The crystal flute, and she actually stopped playing it because she would have to gasp for air.
Hook her up to the oxygen tank.
See, even BB King knew that. He's like, he had commercials about it where he's like, I had diabetes and this was bad. You know,
like arthritis.
It's because I was. It's not like BB King came out and said, if you don't like me because I have diabetes, you're a diabetes shamer.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep eating the wrong foods anyways. And if you tell me not to, well, you're bullying me.
You're bullying.
You fucking jerk offs. This world's gone into a weird territory right there. Well, speaking of Beyonce, she took Liza right off the tour. Beyonce is selling listening only tickets for, drum roll please there, any drummers out there, you can make your own drum roll up, drum roll please, a whopping $157 for listening only tickets for the Renaissance tour. This is angering fans, Tony. Could you believe that is angering fans? Beyonce's Renaissance tour is one of the most popular events out right now, and the Grammy winner has found a new way to cash in on its success, and some fans are upset. The Drunk in Love singer is selling tickets for $157 for a seat behind the stage with no view of the show. Fortune.com reported this new ticket price was made available to fans during the singer's New Jersey show, where people had a choice to purchase the limited view tickets. Some people wasted no time expressing their displeasure on social media about the listening only tickets. One person on X, formerly Twitter, wrote, "What's next? Smelling only tickets? That's straight up insulting." The fans.
You're stuck in a dark room, and then she brings in her shoes, where she's like, here you go, you can sniff that.
How much money do these celebrities need? You know, that's a terrible question, because you're asking them to give you a number, you know, like they're gonna like $80 cajillion, then we'll be done. Then no more. It's like,
what's crazy is people would probably they're gonna pay for it.
I would rather stay home. Somebody wrote from home.
Yeah, you could literally bootleg that for fucking free, dude. I don't understand why people would pay money for that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's to take advantage of people that don't know how to take advantage of the system, like on a bootleg. I get the idea, but Beyonce selling $200 tickets for listening only experience is hysterical. The lady is detached from reality. They say, well, whenever you're hanging out with Jay-Z, which or she's married to him, I guess, right? So is she Beyonce Z now? Is that how they do it? I'm not sure. Fans who want a better view of the singer and the elaborate show will have to pay double for the concert. Ticket prices may be depending on where you're sitting, but based on the average price, first of all, I couldn't even name you a Beyonce song in the last 20 years. So is she just playing the hits or something? I don't know.
But with the entail, and this is a staggering number, by the way, the Taylor Swift concert series, which is called the Eras Tour, that Taylor Swift is on, is going to gross $1.6 billion.
Oh yeah,
that's right, $1.6 billion.
Yeah, that is and that's, hey, good for her. I'm sure that you got record companies making a lot of money off of that idea. That money gets reinvested all around and all sorts of crap. But it's and it's not like they're really doing anything extremely different with the music. Like when the Beach Boys had to get together and Brian Wilson wanted to make pet sounds and stuff. He wanted to revolutionize different sounds and stuff. These artists are not built like that musically. No. They have very nice voices. They're very pretty. So they go pretty, nice voice in that order. Jessica Simpson, whatever, right? So pretty, nice voice. And then any kind of Katy Perry versed song, basically. You just sing a basic verse. It's basically Nickelback can write everybody's song that is pretty first. Taylor Swift, you got 2 chords down there, darling? Cool. Awesome. You play the guitar now. Put it around you. Fucking fake it for all we care. Yeah. We had Carly Rae on here, Eric, and she was genuinely very pretty first. Like, it's a big pool. Pretty first, great personality on her, which that was surprising. Because normally you don't expect great personality along with pretty first and talented, and take what you have right there with all of these celebrities and times it by 25 million or more, right? You have all of these people ready to break through the ceiling.
By the way, not a sponsor, but check out Cassidy Ray on all of your favorite streaming apps, Spotify.
She's really active. But before I get into a rant, I want to get into that story that we were talking about before the air, and this is just really too funny.
Oh boy,
you know what story it is, Tony. You want to lead off? Or you want me to lead off?
No, go for it. You're doing a fine job, sir.
Police are looking into the incident after 2 staff took matters into their own hand to stop a would-be theft.
Yes.
7-Eleven workers who beat up a man trying to steal from them are being investigated for assault. They assaulted him. For people that did not see the video that went viral, a African-American gentleman, dark-skinned dude, came behind the corner right there and started taking with a trash bin all of the cigarettes that he could just have, possibly.
Oh, he beat his ass, man.
Yeah, frustrated store owner screamed, "Get out of my store, stop what you're doing, get out of my store, stop what you're doing," several times until the guy just refused to. So
now, the cameraman. Kudos to you, sir. High five. You're something special.
That's like a normal occurrence for him. It's like that's what I took from that.
Yeah.
He sees that shit all the fucking time, man.
Yeah, they're on the brink. Eric, did you find out where it was located? What state it was located in?
Stockton, California, I believe.
Of course.
Yeah, a bad place. But
name a town after Utah Jazz former point guard John Stockton and watch the crime just erupt.
He wasn't even grabbing like good cigarettes either. Like there was like shit cigarettes, like Misty 100s and fucking White Owl cigars, dude. Like go for the good shit.
That dude was doing the Macarena down the aisleway like this.
That is
like
that is the worst part of it, when Eric, you can tell Eric kind of grew up on game shows because remember the supermarket sweepstakes or whatever.
Ooh, supermarket
Like,
sweeps.
run it, yeah.
They would
You'd be
race.
running in there, and everybody
Yeah.
screams the same thing at the TV. Go for the seafood! Don't be stupid. You gotta be crazy. You could tell who the real poor families were because they'd fill up their carts with rice. You know, you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
done
could
now.
tell-
It's like
You can tell
ah.
that this was the same guy that would loot
Yeah, 100%.
during the riots out in California. And he's like, oh shit, I've done this before. Watch
You're
out.
right, Tony. Maybe this wasn't a
Viper's
crime. Maybe he
rodeo.
was just practicing his looting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. He's
Holy
waiting. He's
shit.
biding his time.
Or you're looking at Joey Chestnut eating all those hot dogs, and to the naked eye, they're like, look at that sloppy bastard eating all those hot dogs. What a
Yeah.
scumbag. And they say, hey, now that man's an athlete.
He's a 7-Eleven athlete, all right.
Yeah, and Nathan's hot dog gives him money to prove that Nathan's doesn't kill you immediately.
Yeah.
Fact that he's still alive, but yeah, the
Oh, the-
7-Eleven.
So the cameraman was my go-to, and he's in the background, and he's like, yo, what you doing, brother? What you do? Oh, come on, man. He's
I
like,
really
you guys
want,
got insurance, right? You guys got insurance to cover this. And he goes, no.
Hold on
No,
now, Tony.
No.
What
No,
do
we
people
do
think?
not.
What do people think insurance is? Because if insurance acts like that, okay, I'm gonna sell out my store every day. I'll pick up any homeless guy to fucking rob me every day of
Come
the week.
rob me every day.
Yeah, I'll be floating in the goddamn money right there.
They have
I like how,
deductibles. They have insurance capita. They have to pay. They have to pay
Yeah.
for someone to come steal from their store.
They have adjusters. They have investigations. It's a lot more than just the naked eye shows. I like what Marlon Bromley says there in the comment gang right now. Is this big comment here? It says, and 4 people liked the idea. Should have done more. What more? What Marlon?
should have
What
crippled
more? What more should have they done? They hit the guy 26 times with a stick while holding him down.
I
What
don't
are
think
you
like a soft-
exactly suggesting more?
That was a blunt stick, man. I mean, that thing was fucking. That would
Yeah,
hurt.
that thing
I mean, this dude-
exploded right in his
Yeah.
back pocket too. I don't know if there was
Jeez.
a phone or something in there. If you watch, you'll see it
Yeah.
actually explode in his back pocket.
Stephen
Holy
Detweiler
shit.
says, I watched the original video a dozen times. Well, somebody's got to masturbate, right? And the police and local government have failed the people. We need to treat scumbags like this. We need to treat scumbags like this. That's Stephen Detweiler.
Is he wrong though?
I think there's a little bit of a line that was crossed from the person just going over and feeling free to grab and rob cigarettes and stuff. The police were called. The only wrong thing I see in this is maybe they were a little excessive with the guy, right? They had him held down, and they're
You
beating
never
on
know
him.
if he has a weapon on him, and
You can
especially
pat
if
him,
he's
he's-
robbing the store.
When he was hidden on the ground, and after a while you're like, all right, what are you doing, guys? Now you're just having some fun right there.
I
But
mean,
the,
maybe if they stabbed him with the stick,
yeah,
like the
they-
jagged
yeah.
stick. and
oh
everything.
no! If they stabbed him with the stick, Marlon Brownlee would say, should have done more. So, the
I feel
amount
like
of
the way I'm looking at it is the guy got his ass whooped big time, right?
Hell yeah.
Nothing was really taken from the store after the ass whooping, to my knowledge. Maybe a little bit of damage to a few packs of cigarettes, whatever. I would have even called the police. I would have just been like, you know what? You probably learned your lesson. You're not going to come in here and try that shit again because, I mean, you just got the beat down of a lifetime, and that's it. Let it go.
I have a personal story to share along with this particular
listening.
story.
okay. Well,
I had a gentleman come into my store. Now, I'm not saying the store that I work at. People
Okay.
may know, people may not know. I had a gentleman come into my store who frequently comes in to steal from our store.
Oh,
I approached him this week because I knew who he was. And he was surprised that I knew who he actually was. And when him and his daughter, yes, he is taking his children to come steal with him. I said, hey, you should probably put that back. And the daughter then says, what do you mean? And I said, can you please put the merchandise back? And he goes, honey, we've been caught. Please put it back. Calmly, gently.
Yeah.
It was like nothing even happened. And he was embarrassed. And he's like, all right, I'm out.
Not in Stockton, man. Stockton, they don't play that shit.
Yeah, in Stockton, they don't play that shit.
No.
Northeast Pennsylvania, they're more of a cultural, phenomenon. They're like, I got caught. Oh, I'm out of here.
See you tomorrow.
I'll be back. I'll be back when you're not here.
Yeah, you know what the best punishment for this dude, and I wrote it in the comments. I say punish him by having him smoke all of the cigarettes.
That would be rough.
You're like, hey man, you know what? We're not going to call the cops, but all those cigarettes, not only are we going to force you to buy them, but you're going to smoke every single one of them now.
I feel like there could have been a very Indian way to maybe even torture him a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, were they Indian or were they Singapore? Because he seemed to know his way around a cane.
Oh,
I don't know.
He beat his ass ECW style with a cane. It was like,
yeah. It was so way back in the day when parents were disciplining their children, and there's a lot of ways that have taken that, a lot of different philosophies to raise your kids and stuff, but back in the day, if you did something wrong and you're a kid, you're held up to a weird standard, even more than adults would be. Your parents would, tell you to come in the room and show you all of these weapons. And you say, wow, what are all these? And they say, these are your choices of what you can get beat with right now. And you're like, yeah. So which one would you like?
There's a flip-flop just hanging, like dangling up off the wall.
If you're a kid, this is like the opposite of like a prize game,
Yeah, your mom's sex paddle. It's like right there.
Yeah, so you try to pick like something that looks like it was gonna break.
So
that way when you're getting beat with it and it does break over you, your parents are more angry at the shoddy object. They're like, made in China. And then run off, screaming about that. And you're like, I think I got away with something here.
Funny story, right? Maybe not even associated with this, but I remember many years ago, like me and my brother used to go over to our friend's house, right? And our friend was a little like weird and very culturally like quiet and just very reserved person. So we ended up going over his house, and we had a couple friends, and it's our friends at the time went into his mom's bedroom, and they were looking through her drawers, and they found like all these weird like dildos.
Oh shit. Oh man.
And they beat up the it was messed up. Like really messed up. They beat up the kid that was in his house, like with the dildo.
They whooped him in his own house with
They whooped him with
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, really messed up.
That's good.
It's
traumatized.
It's tricky territory right there, but we're gonna speaking of dildos being slapped against people and all sorts. Speaking of forms of sexual assault, there was a teacher arrested for giving head to her students. Okay, did you see about this or no? Did you check this out?
Yeah, there's a great story that's actually kind of entangled with the whole situation, but
there is, the wild ride of scan. Crazy teacher in New Jersey. She's a 32-year-old English teacher named Nicole McDonough, and she's got Yeah, she's got herself in a massive mess. Apparently, she had some steamy affairs with a few of her students, and now she's facing the consequences. And her lawyer is trying to play the sympathy card. He's all like, I guess he's saying, hey, she's a single mom with a bad ex, so cut her some slack to the judge.
She's
right,
sorry
Tom?
for it, right? They're
Yeah.
always sorry.
Yep. She's sorry she got caught, And now she claims that she feels like she's a form of the victim or whatever the hell. But the prosecutors aren't buying it. They're like, nah, this ain't right, because she was giving her students head, and now she's basically saying her big thing is that she said that she should be released because the boys loved it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, other
Free that woman.
people are now using this defense too. Like every Catholic priest is saying that the boys loved it, screaming, saying that they've yelled, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God," several times. Now, of course, the "oh gods" were followed up by "please stop," but
God was definitely involved.
Yeah, exactly. So she throwing you some extra credit right there, Tony.
Now, what was her name? Was it Nicole?
McDonough, yeah, and she was Nicole McDonough, yeah.
There's another one that was in 2020. The same type of teacher, New Jersey teacher, caught on video, actually performing oral sex on a student. New Jersey high school teacher caught on video performing oral sex on one of her students is headed to the slammer. A divorced mother of two, 40-year-old Nicole, by the way.
Wow.
It's got to be in the name.
In Jersey, right?
Guilty
Jersey.
to 3. She pleaded guilty to 3 counts of criminal sexual contact. She had sex with 6 male students who were 14 and 15 at the time, and the assaults occurred in 2014.
And it's never from a sex education teacher. You know that? It's always an English teacher or
the Spanish
like
teacher, the gym teacher, yeah.
Yeah, and never from a math teacher because, like that would be just too nice of an opening. Like, kids, did I ever teach you about the number 6 and 9?
She's actually pleading criminal insanity right now.
Oh,
because she had brain surgery, and she's blaming that for her high octane sex drive.
You know what? She might have a case there, honestly, because I have only had because I can attest, and so can Eric, and so can yourself. You have to be crazy to have sex with men.
Good. Okay.
It's like, I wonder now. Hold on. I wonder if like the neurosurgeons were in there and they're just like, "Ooh, I think I made a," and they're like, "What happened?" It's like, "Oh, nothing. I think I just
a little
hit
slip.
I think I just hit the part of her brain that makes her want to molest 15-year-old boys." Oh, really? Yeah. It shouldn't be a problem, but
Yeah, stitch her back up. She's all right.
Yeah.
Just trust me. Make note. Okay.
It's senses, so it's taste, smell, sex drive. Right.
Sex drive. Yeah, sex drive. And then the age is vertical.
Yeah.
Right on the brain stem right there. It's all there in the map. You make one wrong move.
Yeah.
And,
you make a left turn at Albuquerque.
Mr. Medea, we got the tumor out of your brain. Unfortunately, you're now a pedophile.
No shit.
And a gay pedophile at that.
A gay pedophile. Sorry, but you're going to live a long life. I'm not sure how long you will be out of prison because we've already let the authorities know that we've done something wrong here, and they keep an eye on you. It's
Amen.
Yeah, no, it's a tough take because
It's a tough road.
It is, but once a brain surgery happens or brain trauma does happen, you could be a different person. O.J. Simpson. Now that we know what happens more to the brain after somebody hits to the head, and he could have totally been telling the truth. He could have said, "I did not kill my wife," and he in his head
believed it.
Believed it because he could have blacked out 100%. and stayed that way for several days. Woken up and said, "Oh, I guess I was playing golf here." Well, all right. And then when authorities are like, "Hey, look at what happened," and he has no recall of it. He's like, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck happened. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
That's why it's not like the guy's a sociopath. You don't have too many sociopaths out there that are athletes. And the only reason you really don't is because, they have to be coachable. Okay. And sociopaths normally are not coachable. They're always off onto the other end of the spectrum right there. But regardless, the damage to the brain is, I'll give her that one. I'm going to give her
It's not a joking, not to say it's not a joking matter, but
No.
I mean, we did just make a couple jokes over
we
it.
did.
Yeah.
So, you could joke about anything and not take offense to the idea.
Yeah.
But, and it is kind of hilarious that, you wake up and your doctor explains to you that, sorry, we got the cancer out of your brain right there. But apparently now you are going to identify as a woman.
Kevin, Justin, the gentleman who was beaten by a cane is now a pedophile rapist.
Man, how about that?
Yeah.
A couple shots to the head right there.
Yeah.
CTE at its finest.
Justin.
So wait a second. So the 7-Eleven that he got beat up in, are those people now responsible for the molestation, for the future molestation?
Yes. Yeah.
Future charge.
Crazy, right?
They're taking our germs. it's and it is really tough to find to hold accountable certain people. It's really tough because
But why is it just coming out like now that she was caught? Now it's all my brain. It's I just had surgery. Now it's that. I mean,
well,
I don't know. I feel like it's a poor excuse. I don't know, but
it is a poor excuse. It's a poor excuse to a degree because you're gonna feel like if you're in that realm, like you vape, right? Say that you never wanted to vape, but then you got brain surgery, and then you start vaping, and you're like, wow, I never wanted to do this before, but whatever, right? And then they say vaping is illegal; you're not allowed to do it, but now you have to because you had that surgery, and it tells you have to do it, right? So then you say, well, you know what? It was probably for my brain surgery because I never had to do this until the brain surgery. It doesn't make what you're doing less illegal or whatever the hell. But once you do get caught, they're like, that's when you have to now reason. While you're doing something illegal and it's probably a brain problem, it's already known that you're doing something illegal, right? She already knew. She had to have known this can't be legal. But in her head,
the thing that it was legal actually. They were all over 18.
Yeah.
I thought they were 15, you were saying.
No, that was in the other case. In this one, they were 18.
Oh, well, still, you can't be banging your students. Regardless, Tony, we got your favorite story, of course. The opposite of Lizzo,
yeah.
I fucking hate her. I do. I did back then. I still fucking hate her now. I really genuinely fucking hate her. I'm waiting for like her fans. I'm going to be scrolling through TikTok and it's going to be 19 videos of her fucking fans crying, saying, "Leave Lizzo alone." Kind of like the Britney Spears situation. Yeah. I don't want to fucking see it. I'm so tired of it. God.
She's brave because she ate all
she's real brave.
Where are you on the Britney Spears situation, Eric?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember the videos that I forgot that one crazy fucking fan that made the video "Leave Britney alone" for I don't know what the fuck was going on with her, but that's what I mean. But
well, that's just the thing. I got nothing but love for Britney Spears on her mother and father both trying to steal everything off her.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah,
and it's such it's a thing that happens, and for her to get a little crazy or whatever, like she posts these things on Instagram where she's dancing or whatever, right? And everyone's like, wow, she's crazy, right? But when she does that on stage and you're like, wow, talented. So it's kind of like, listen, she's her own person. She's not forcing her dancers to eat bananas out of strangers' vaginas. Okay. So I got Britney Spears a couple notches.
100%.
And it's not like Britney Spears.
Now, Kevin, they're officially glizzos.
I I don't like the idea of somebody claiming to be brave just because they're not good at something. You know, you're not good at something. You're not good at keeping yourself in shape. So don't you go touting that out there as brave. You're not. It doesn't have any courageous act to just let yourself go and be a piece of shit. You know,
all these people back her, like, yeah, she's so fucking brave. We're so brave. Everybody's
that's because they're also fat, Eric. They're also fat.
They're so brave, bro.
It's because they want to ride. They want that word. They want that word. They want to attach it to something they're doing that has nothing to do with the word. You know, like everyone's a hero during COVID. Oh, now nurses are heroes. But wait. Before COVID, what the fuck were they? Well, they were just workers. Okay, now they're just workers. No, you're underpaying people. And during a crisis, you weren't giving them crisis pay on top of the goddamn thing or anything like that. You were giving them an attaboy. Yeah, you were giving them verbal pizza party, not even filling up their bellies with any kind of shitty nourishment or whatever the hell. This is, you know, like Britney Spears, I'm fine with her. But here we have another example. This is like almost the opposite of Lizzo right here. Vegan raw food diet influencer Azana D'Art reportedly dies of starvation. D'Art is so good. Yeah, she died of starvation. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does a vegan die of starvation? Stuck in the desert. If you're in a grassy field, man, you got a fucking buffet right in front of you.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, was she really? Is that really where she died?
Yeah, she died of starvation, which is, the opposite, which I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, she wasn't at a farm.
Wasn't at a farm. She's like, I think it's tough when people die of starvation and they couldn't eat. They had no food. But what's not tough is when somebody does have food and their bodies just malnourished to the point. What is it? The Wall Street Journal, I guess, is saying that or whatever the hell. But the biggest thing I learned all week there is that the number on your toasters, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they show you the darkness of the toast from that point. It's for minutes. It's not for the level of toastiness.
I didn't know that until about a month ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was just the level of toastiness.
Can I get a level 5 toasty, please?
Yeah, I'd like give me a three toast.
I thought that's why they showed the pictures usually above it, like, oh, you want your, some toast and then very
medium toastiness is probably about a 5.
I feel like the toaster kind of looks at people when they're like, all right, can I do a bagel? The toaster's like, you fuck yourself right now. No, you know what? I'm gonna do one side of the bagel and I'm not doing the other side of the bagel, okay? Either that or I'm doing it to like half do that one and the other one's gonna be burnt to shit. So
man. If you learn something new every day, man. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, every day. And urgent, by the way, guys, if you're looking to get into a movie, I mean, I'm kind of booked up on scheduling and stuff, but Andrew is probably one of the most talented cameramen, directors, producers I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Andrew Paizo's looking for a cast into his movie, the Back Road Part 2. Back Road Part 2 has the feel of like a Wrong Turn movie, only it is much scarier, more gruesome, kind of like it makes Rob Zombie movies feel G-rated. Like this is basically simulated crimes sort of thing. Like holy crap.
Yeah.
It really adds the gruesomeness right in there from Happy Hills production. It's gonna be, if you saw Back Road 1, Back Road 2 is gonna really blow your socks off, man.
I'm pretty hard to look at. I mean, is he hiring for like I don't know, mutants or something? I mean, I could
oh yeah, you could definitely pull off mutant.
Oh, I definitely.
I'll get you, Eric. I'll get you in touch with. I'll get you in touch with him. A lot of.
I think we should all do it, Kevin.
I'm down.
Yeah, tell him you have 3 zombies for him if he needs something.
Not a zombie movie though. That's the thing. I'll give you the
you need dead bodies in a tree. You need you need someone to I don't know.
Dead bodies in a tree is all you got. All right. You need dead bodies in a tree. We're there. You need
We're there. We are there.
Tony's like he's like one of the Terminators, like checking his skill set. And just hit the one dead bodies in a tree. Malfunction.
Stop picking on me, Kevin.
Holy shit.
Oh Lord Almighty, man. That's fucking funny.
No, that's really exciting, man. You know what? And for Northeast Pennsylvania, definitely to make movies in the NEPA, man, let's do it. Let's get this NEPA party started.
Yeah, the summer is winding down, and if you were thinking about doing something for the end of summer or the beginning of summer, my favorite thing to do, and Tony's, and I'm sure Eric has also divulged into this action, is going to merchbooth.com and of course specifically clicking under the podcast section and then scrolling down, of course, to the Podguyz podcast and just surfing and looking around different sizes of Podguyz podcast t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve, short sleeve, socks, underwear. The whole line of apparel is all there at merchbooth.com under the podcast section, under the Podguyz podcast. So if you were also wondering where you can get some Podguyz podcast stuff, by the way, life-changing. We have to stress that as much as possible.
Very important. Very important. Yes.
Now, we're not going to really tell you if your life will get better or worse. We're just going to say it's going to change.
Yes. Yeah. And not necessarily your life, but the life of others as well.
Yeah. People are going to see your t-shirt at the Podguyz podcast and they're going to say, hey, I watch that show every Monday night on Facebook Live. And then I have also downloaded episodes from Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Podchaser, all of the platforms, basically. Okay, Tony. YouTube. All right. iTunes. Not everybody has an Apple phone. I mean,
losers.
Fucking nerds.
Nerds.
The football season is starting back up. We got 2 people in the room, including myself. We're all in the same fantasy football league. We got 8 guys all together. What do you got there? You got Pickens?
I'm waiting to break out the Pickens jersey, man. I can't fucking wait. I'm so hyped for football season.
I think Pickens is he's very talented. Now, Deontay Johnson is kind of one of those wide receivers that feels like he wants to be the number one, but it really doesn't have the talent. So
he's really inconsistent. I mean, it's really,
Yeah, he reminds me of a Juju. Like, he's a really good 2, but he's like, hey, I've been here for a long time. I should be the number 1. Thing is, Zach Wilson to Garrett Wilson. Wilson to Wilson didn't work out. So Pickens to Pickett might have the same bad juju right there. Pickens to Pickett. Kenny Pickett has they've said, oh, I don't know, man. He's got small hands.
Are you hand shaming him?
I'm hand.
God damn it!
I'm actually pointing out others hand shaming right here. I'm raising awareness for hand shaming.
You're so brave.
It's all. Hey, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite of the definition of humble and talk about my humbleness, about how humble I'm staying. See how that works, Eric? I'm throwing my modesty in everyone's faces.
You're so humble and so brave.
So modest and brave. You know what I feel?
It warms my heart, Kevin.
It does.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed that I send prayers to people on Facebook that are going through prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Well, I only send thoughts and prayers, but if they're positive thoughts, never negative thoughts.
Never a negative thought.
And I type it right in the computer and whoop, it goes right through. And then when people read it, they know that it's true. All of it, You gotta be.
Great.
This society is probably the least sympathetic. It's just
Yeah.
I'm going to end this with the last story. And because we are such a sympathetic society, did you know that Taco Bell is being sued once again, Kevin?
I did know that Taco Bell. I am a part of the lawsuit.
Are you? What? Well, Kevin, why are you suing Taco Bell?
Well, Tony, I like
Enlighten us. Enrich
I
our
will.
lives, Kevin.
I will.
Enrich.
Cool. So Tony knows I am
Wait, is
very
this gonna be
famous.
like a Wendy story.
No, it won't because
Okay.
it'll be funny.
Okay.
No, no, no.
Ah!
No.
And that's enough for our show today.
I am very famous for being a cheap person. I am very cheap,
No. Thrifty.
thrifty.
Frugal.
Regardless.
Frugal.
So when I see a value, I make sure I am getting that value. So along with my friends and whenever I go out to eat at certain fast food places, I bring a scale with me that I used to use for weighing drugs out, but now I just weigh burritos. And I tell you what, man, these burritos were short.
They're short.
They were short on the beef.
All of them. They're all short the fake meat.
You should have seen. Now, most Taco Bell employees, when you're throwing a whole bunch of math and metric system at them, like, hey, you're missing like 40 grams of beef. They know immediately what that means. But if you say ounces, they're like, dude, there's no way.
How dare you use the English metric system?
Yep. So myself, along with hundreds and thousands of other people, weird enough, I am the only one that has never had a heart attack.
Yeah, you're not alone. Not alone.
Weird, It's but we are suing Taco Bell for their false advertising of chalupas that are missing ounces of beef, and it doesn't look like the picture at all.
Their Crunch Supremes
Mm-hmm.
are a little flat, Kevin.
They are very flat.
The Mexican pizzas lack the delicious meat flavor because it's not real meat. It's imitation.
I'm fine with it being imitation, but just if you're already giving me imitation meat and if you're skimping on imitation,
I want more diabetes,
meat,
okay?
Just give me more fake shit. Give me more fake shit.
Yeah.
This is actually happening, right? This is like a real
actually happening.
This is a real thing.
People are going into Taco Bell. They're weighing their particular items and taking pictures of them, by the way, and saying that the advertised amount and the advertised picture isn't the same as the material that they're getting.
Tony put down, where's the beef? Beef over beef. A lawsuit accuses Taco Bell of false advertising, alleging that the Mexican pizza purchased only contained half of the amount of beef advertised. Only half.
This is my first day, man. What the fuck is this bullshit? This guy's got a scale, taking pictures of me. Fucking Christ, that's crazy.
Man, if you're an employee at Taco Bell and you look at what you just made and you're like, yeah, this isn't $6.
Fuck, it's a little short. Now we're gonna let it slip out the window.
Yeah, it's just it lacks the integrity that Taco Bell is so famously known for, their integrity of their food. That's a joke. They're not known for that at all.
No.
They're known for being Taco Bell. It's you can get like 17 different items for $14 at Taco Bell. Of course,
Now this is good old Brooklyn, New York, by the way.
I'm guessing all of the beef is going straight to prostitutes' vaginas in Amsterdam for Lizzo's dancers to eat.
Lizzo,
whatever. I'll pronounce her name right when she stops fat shaming herself.
New York resident Frank Siragusa. Yeah, because he has he's got the name.
It sounds like a fat guy's name. I'm just throwing it out there.
It does.
Frank Siragusa sounds like a really good sausage you get from a goose.
Yeah.
What kind of sausage do you have? Siragusa sausage.
He accused the chain of false advertising, alleging in the suit that the Mexican pizza he purchased only contained about half the amount of beans and beef advertised online and in store.
Wow, his friends are probably angry that he's eating a Mexican pizza and not the pizza that my mama made.
Not only is he an Italian, but he's a fucking expert in Mexican pizzas. I mean, what a.
The pizza should have been this big. You know what I'm saying?
I'll finish your sentence, Eric. What a piece of shit. What a horrible person.
I'm still gonna eat there.
Other popular Taco Bell menu items such as the Crunchwrap Supreme, Grande Crunchwrap, and Mexican Veggie Pizza have all overstated the amount of filling in advertisements by at least double the amount. Siragusa enclosed photos. He personally enclosed photos of the advertised products. And
the only one that's gonna really, put this Taco Bell out of business is if you have a super fat judge, or Frank Saragusa comes up, he's just like, exhibitor. He's
You've seen this, eh?
Yeah, he's got like a saved burrito and a wife there with him with like shame in her eyes, like, why did I marry this man?
It's a Mexican pizza. This one right here. Doesn't have as much.
He ends up dropping the lawsuit for fucking free Taco Bell for life.
He enclosed photos of the advertised products in the lawsuit alongside the photos of the much leaner products that were allegedly received from the window. These practices are unfair and deceptive, he said.
Deceptive. Eric, have you ever gotten a meal from anywhere where you said to yourself, man, this is no?
I mean, not from fast food. From if I go to like a fucking classy restaurant and I'm gypped, sure, I'd be a little upset. But like, dude, you get what you pay for. It's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Taco Bell.
Does your beefy 5-layer burrito have 5 layers? I don't fucking know. I never counted it. I just fucking made it. I never busted out my scale.
Yeah, most Taco Bell customers are too high to tell.
That was my favorite spot to go when I was drunk, man. Taco Bell. That's it. I didn't give a fuck how much my taco weighed.
When asked, the guy said, I'm just happy I didn't get a DUI tonight.
Now, Siragusa's attorney has officially stated in the suit. He said, Mr. Siragusa, the meat prices are very high, and many consumers, especially lower income consumers like Mr. Siragusa, are struggling financially.
Oh, bullshit. This is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard from any goddamn companies. I got to get on a little bit of a rant right here because these goddamn, Tony, these companies are screaming poverty.
Yeah.
Yet, they still have money to raise their dividend for their stock shareholders, which is just perfectly fine, right? And they also have money to give to campaigns of politicians, okay? So they have money for both of these things, but when one of their workers, and I'm not going to say all of their workers deserve raises or whatever the hell, even though we're doing it on increments of hourly day, which there's only so many hours in somebody's life. So that's kind of fucking morbid, instead of like life quality and how much everything is costing compared to living wage or whatever the hell. But these people are crying, screaming the price and the value of
poverty.
Stuff. Poverty. They're impoverished. They're impoverished. It's bullshit.
The funny thing is the name of his lawyers, Jim Kelly and Anthony Russo.
Russo. Oh my God.
Why do I feel like Kelly was the second choice? We'll get my cousin Tony to represent me. It's like, yeah, but you're gonna want a real attorney too. Well, I'll ask him if he knows anybody.
This is how you get an Italian and an Irishman in order to sue
Holy shit.
restaurants.
If that judge is Italian, dude, that fucking Taco Bell's done for, man. I mean, I don't know. Jesus.
And the funny thing is, this is the same lawyer group that recently sued Burger King as well for the size of their Whoppers, when Burger King said that they were not large enough for their pre-cooked weight.
That's a
cooked weight.
That's a hell of a journey to go on when you say, all right, and we're gonna need a law firm that knows about this kind of stuff too. And come up to these
Kelly and
guys.
Russo. You want us to
Russo-
a fast food restaurant? We'll do it.
Kelly and Russo. It sounds like they sit around eating spaghetti and fucking roast beef all day. And they're all like, just in a room, just
They sound like
sweaty.
really bad, like car salesmen. Kelly and Russo.
It really do. Use cheap fucking cars. Yep.
They sound like they
all
sound like they
broken.
got
No
themselves.
credit checks. Just
no credit checks.
Yeah, they sound like they got themselves through law school by being servers at fucking Chuck E. Cheese. And they're like,
Applebee's. All right, let's do it.
like, well, what do you guys do? Do you do car accidents and stuff? No, we dedicated this law practice to keeping fast food companies in line with their products.
I heard the riblets. I heard the riblets at Applebee's aren't big enough.
I'm gonna go check them out, and if I have a problem with them, I'm gonna hit up my boy Russo and Kelly.
That's it. Kelly and Russo.
They're trying to ensure that people that are kind of at the Lizzo ratio of fatness right now are allowed to kill themselves with the food that they're eating.
Very brave of them.
I've been eating Taco Bell every day for a year and still no heart attack, so I figured something was wrong. I went to Russo and County immediately with my burrito in hand, and they waited right in front of me and said, "Your burrito is missing beef." I was stunned.
Hey, Kevin, guess how much the lawsuit is for? We're going to bring it around the room. Kevin, Eric, make a guess on how much the lawsuit is for Russo and Kelly to sue Taco Bell.
Oh, well, I would probably say about $11 million.
8.3.
Eric wins this one. It's a whopping $5 million.
$5 million. $5 million. All right.
Yeah,
Just for some missing beef?
just for some missing beef.
What am I doing with my life? I mean,
Or smeef, whatever you want.
whatever it's called, yeah.
You are
Oh.
not.
I'm not applying myself. I mean, this is where I gotta go after these companies, man.
Yeah, we're all gonna hit Taco Bell right now.
They start off at 5 million, and then they end up at like fucking 5 million. Is that dollars, Tony, or Shiba?
It's 5 million and what's the crowns?
Cordona
Crowns.
coins.
No, crowns. We're gonna go in crowns with Russian ruble.
Russian rubles, great. Right. I love, everybody's basically with that Ukraine Russia thing. They're like, Russia's winning the war. It's like, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't really care at this point,
Zero.
But the
All right,
know
well,
is,
we're gonna wrap up our show. We are unfortunately out of time.
Time cop.
Sadness. Kevin, where can you find us if you were looking for us, sir?
You can find us on all your major streaming platforms, including Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube. Well, YouTube is, through Spreaker. Of course, we go live every Monday at 10 or 10:15 sometimes p.m. every Monday on Facebook. Geez, what do we got? A Twitter handle too there, Tony?
We do. We have Twitter. We got the Podguyz podcast. Yeah, find us on Twitter, Instagram.
More importantly, just if you could press the share button, share with your friends. If you like it, hit the like button. That helps us out a lot.
Go to Spotify. It's how we get paid.
Yeah, if you really want to, go to merchbooth.com and click on the podcast section. Go scroll down to the Podguyz podcast. Click on that again. Next step is just finding the t-shirt and or hoodie that you like with the Podguyz podcast big microphone logo on there. We've rebranded, we've changed over the years, all for the better. Honestly, our shows just keep getting better and better. I was watching through some old shows that I thought were like really good from back in the day, and I'm just like watching them like, you know what? It was good, but we're even better now, man. We really are. Yeah.
That's true. All right. Big shout out to Eric Magula. If you were looking for him, how would you find the Magula?
Mag.
I don't have not much going on. If you want to fucking laugh at some shit, go to my Facebook page, man. That's it. That's all I got really going on.
Reach out to it, look at it, subscribe, follow, share down below. That little button down on the side there looks like an arrow.
Button on the side.
Guys, we're the Podguyz podcast. Remember, this is for laughs and fun.
Yep.
We're the Podguyz podcast. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary.
Of course, Eric Magula.
Eric Magula.
Magula.
Magula?
Thanks
Are
for
we
having
going
me,
with
guys. I
Magula or
appreciate
Magula?
That's Magula.
Is it Magula?
Yeah, I'm
Holy
cousins
Christ,
with
we've been
Rizzo.
calling you Magula for like a long time now.
I've been calling you Magula too, man, for the longest time.
You
know?
never corrected us. You never felt bad.
No.
You're like,
No.
fuck it.
I'm used to it, man.
Go with
Nobody
the
knows how to
Max.
pronounce my name, man. It's just, it is what it is.
Magula, you sound like you should be one of the lawyers in the fast food spot.
I'm cousins
I know.
with Rizzo, yeah.
Hey, what's Magula doing? He's
All right, man. Thank you guys for
What
having
is
me again,
wrong
man.
with
Seriously.
you?
what's wrong with you?
Russo,
Magula, you're
Kelly,
breaking my
and
heart.
Magula.
That's such like a non-Italian for you could have been Tony Magula. Tony Magula. get
No,
away.
it's Eric, bro. It's just
I know, but they're like, I will name him Eric. Fuck.
really fucking dropped the ball
Such a
there.
generic,
I know.
such a generic name. You could have been Shazam Magula.
Densonsworth. What are you going to, Mrs. Densonsworth, what are you going to name your child? Tim. Huh? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah. Should we just
Well-
put you under now?
Thank you guys for having me again, man. Seriously, it was a blast. Appreciate it.
Nah, man, you're more than welcome to come on every week until Sparky, makes his triumphant return at some point in time. So, I mean, you got a
You
couple
guys-
weeks.
Keep me updated. I'll let you guys know, if I'm free that day. I'll let you know.
Super.
All right, man.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in, share below, and have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Later.